When you're walking in areas this beautiful with amazing people for an amazing cause, it brings people together so quickly.
Back in the 1966, a 16-year-old boy suffering from dyslexia dropped out of school only to build a multi-billion-dollar empire. He's the man whose life has been an adventure and an inspiration that we all can learn from. He's none other than Sir Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Group. Apart from being a successful entrepreneur, he has also contributed towards the well-being of the society in a distinct manner. Let's see some of the examples which make us think that Sir Richard Branson is in fact the greatest leader in the world.
Richard Branson is a true example of a servant leader. He always believed in helping people, by whether it's providing clothes to a homeless person or by providing students a help center during his schooling days.
The most important thing about running a company is to remember all the time what a company is. A company is simply a group of people, and as a leader of people, you have to be a great listener, you have to be a great motivator, you have to be very good at praising and looking for the best in people.
The best example is when he appointed King and Queen of Jordan to help the refugees and bring back the English citizens who were stuck in Jordan during the Persian Gulf War.
So basically what we are doing is carrying drugs on behalf of aid agencies. I mean, we've got drugs from the Red Cross, we've got drugs from the drug companies, we've got drugs from a whole lot of different agencies. All airlines should try to help by by flying in, not just Virgin Atlantic but other airlines, and I'm sure other airlines will.
Richard believes that when you treat employees as human beings, they will reciprocate by acting responsibly. He has taken a bold step in servant leadership by offering his employees unlimited vacation time, and he is excited to see how they respond to it. He clearly understood the value of enriching the lives of employees instead of exploiting them.
We've actually just introduced a new system which we're experimenting with all our head offices around the world, and we've said, take a holiday whenever you want, take as much holiday as you want. We're not going to keep a check on how much holiday you take. If you want to take a day off on a birthday or a wedding or any other day because you've got a special reason to, just do it. We're not going to check up on you, and we'll see how it works. But I mean, you just treat people as human beings, give them that flexibility, and I don't think they'll abuse it, and they'll get the job done.
In one occasion, Richard enjoyed the experience of working as a flight attendant alongside one of his flight crew to appreciate their job and to feel what they feel.
Richard Branson doesn't believe in this cookie-cutter world. He thinks that every person is unique, and with the right tools and motivation, they can do wonders. Therefore, he likes to take chances on people. While hiring, he always gives importance to experience and personality over fancy qualifications. He wants to hire someone who can fill in for his weaknesses. And whenever possible, he scouts for leaders from within the organization and takes pride in empowering and grooming them.
A world of 7 billion people, millions of leaders out there, and several whose stories is very similar to our leader, Richard Branson. Dropped out of school and created empires of businesses. However, all of them abide to existing rules to please the society or to create new rules. But only Richard Branson believes in the motto, his motto, that rules are made to be broken. A point where today it's a dream for youngsters or new talent to work at Virgin Group.
Clearly, it takes a completely transformational leader to successfully expand a business into an entire new industry. Here's how Richard convinced his team at the Virgin record label to get on board with the airline industry.
You can imagine the people who were running the record company with me got in a complete panic when I told them that we were moving into the airline business. And so I had to convince them that the airline wasn't going to bring the record company down. And obviously the most important thing in business is protecting the downside. And so the most important part of the negotiation with Boeing was to persuade them that if the airline didn't work out, as I thought it would, that we could hand the plane back at the end of the first year. And they actually agreed on that. I mean, they agreed, and at the end of that year, people loved Virgin Atlantic, and they sold us 2 more, and the rest is history, as they say.
Richard Branson, a man who suffered dyslexia, was able to turn his flaws to a gain by mastering the art of socializing. He ensured his staff took an hour break, not just for coffee or snacks, but to socialize with one another. One of his good attributes as a leader was that he paid attention and listened to his employees, not just on a professional front, but on a personal one too. This helped his staff members feel genuinely valued and boosted the morale of engagement. And one of the good attitudes of Richard Branson was that he held a pen and a paper wherever he went to ensure that he took 360 free feedback from both from his employees and from the customers too. There's no other good feeling a staff can have than having a billionaire boss listening to your opinions and also implementing them, of course with due accreditations and rewards.
Richard Branson.
Richard Branson.
Richard Branson is the greatest leader because he believes in creating a family bond with his employees. He puts his team first ahead of the customers, and it had always worked.
Because he influenced his team to make changes.
Richard Branson is the greatest leader because he distinguishes himself from other bosses by making his workplace a fun place to be.
He is original, inspirational, motivating, and most importantly, he is a rule breaker.